Hukam is the divine will. It is the unseen, silent command. This command shapes all of existence. The universe moves in its perfect rhythm. It is not a person judging you. It is a deep, intelligent presence. This presence is everywhere, in everything. It is the very fabric of life itself. You can feel it in the stillness. Listen closely. It is always there. Hukam holds supreme authority. Nothing happens outside of this divine will. Every leaf falls according to Hukam. Every star shines by its design. All creation unfolds within its embrace. It is the ultimate reality, the ground of being. The mind may struggle to grasp this. The mind wants to understand, to categorize, but Hukam is beyond mental constructs. It is to be experienced, not just thought about. How do we perceive this divine will? It is not always understood by the thinking mind. The mind is often too loud, too busy. Hukam is felt in the quiet spaces. It reveals itself in the present moment. When you are truly here, now. It is the underlying flow of life. Observe life without judgment. See the intelligence in every form. That is a glimpse of Hukam. There is great comfort in accepting Hukam. This acceptance brings profound peace. It removes the heavy burden of control. You realize you do not need to control everything. Life is already being guided. You can learn to flow with this guidance. Surrender to the current of divine will. This is not weakness but true strength. It is aligning with the power of the universe. Find stillness and find Hukam. Rituals can become empty shells. They can be performed without presence. The mind can go through the motions. The heart remains untouched, asleep. This is not true connection to the divine. It is merely an outward performance, a habit perhaps, or a social expectation. Such rituals do not nourish the soul. They can even become a distraction, a substitute for genuine inner work. True devotion comes from the heart. It is a deep, silent feeling, a profound connection to being. It is an inner state of surrender. It is not about elaborate outward shows or the number of prayers you recite. Devotion is a quality of your presence. It is the love for truth itself. It is a quiet reverence for life. This cannot be faked or forced. When rituals lack this inner devotion, they are lifeless. They are just actions, empty gestures. They cannot bring you closer to the divine. They might even create more ego, a subtle pride in spiritual practices. I am doing this so I am spiritual. This is the ego strengthening itself. The form is there, but the essence is missing. The true purpose of ritual is lost. It becomes another game of the mind. Surrender is the essence of true devotion. Surrender your small will to the divine will. This deep surrender is devotion. It is an opening of your entire being. Rituals can be a path, a reminder, but only if they are filled with this inner state. Only if they lead you to stillness, only if they help you to let go. Otherwise, they are just more doing. True devotion is a state of being. The ego is the false self. It is the voice in your head, the I that thinks it is separate from others, separate from life. It constantly seeks to define itself. It wants control over everything. It resists the natural flow of life. It fears what it cannot understand. The ego thrives on problems and conflict. It is the source of much suffering. This ego creates a thick veil. It is a barrier to understanding divine will. Hukam is too vast for the ego's grasp. The ego is limited by its own fears. Divine will is limitless, unconditional. The ego wants to impose its own will. It cannot comprehend a will greater than itself. It filters reality through its own desires, so it cannot see clearly. It remains blind to the deeper truth. Humility begins to dissolve this veil. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. It is thinking of yourself less. When you are humble, you acknowledge a greater power. You become open, receptive. You see beyond your small personal story. You recognize your interconnectedness with all life. This openness allows light to enter. The light of awareness, the light of truth. Humility is a doorway to the divine. Only with less ego can you perceive Hukam. Spiritual truth appears when the ego steps aside. When the mind becomes quiet, you begin to align with the greater intelligence. You sense the guiding presence of divine will. This is not a mental understanding, it is a deep intuitive knowing. You feel part of something vast and sacred. The illusion of separation fades. You are one with the flow of Hukam. Truth is eternal, it does not change. It was true yesterday, it is true now, it will be true tomorrow, it is always present, always available. It is the essence of your being, it is what Hukam, the divine will, points to. This truth is not a concept, it is a living reality, it is the stillness within you. It is the peace that surpasses understanding. Material things cannot satisfy the soul. The soul yearns for this eternal truth. Possessions are temporary, fleeting. They exist outside of you. They can bring fleeting pleasure or anxiety, but they cannot touch the soul's deepest longing. The yearning is for connection, for meaning, for the reality of your true nature. This cannot be found in the world of form. Look within to the formless. Liberation comes from aligning with divine will. This means accepting what is fully, without inner resistance, without complaint. It means surrendering your personal will, your ego's demands and desires, to the greater will that guides the universe. This surrender is not defeat, it is the highest form of wisdom. It is the path to true freedom, freedom from the conditioned mind. This alignment is not a passive state, it is an active, vibrant presence. It is living in conscious accordance with Hukam, responding wisely to each moment. This brings a deep sense of peace, a quiet joy, a true fulfillment. This is the path home to your true self. It is a journey of letting go, of embracing the now and the eternal within it. This is the liberation Hukam offers.